welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching 726 right here in Harrison, Arkansas. And we have with us Rebecca Crow and Madi Gipson with Harrison High School, GOB TV. And we're glad that y'all were able to come today.
Thank you for having us.
And I want to know, first off, about the program.
Okay.
What it is and who can be involved. And
about 3 years ago, I was approached by Miss Gilly and Mr. Keister in regards to whether or not this was something that would interest me. And I did teach print journalism at that point.
Okay.
And so there was a startup grant that was available through the State Department of Ed through Career and Technical Education. And we applied for that and were granted $68,000 to start the program.
wow.
So at that point, it was very small. We only had one class at that time because it was just enough to get the grant completed and have kids that were interested in it. And
Right.
we really latched onto it at first. I had some kids that were in journalism that said, okay, I'll do it. And so now we have, I have 2 full sections of introduction to television broadcast, and then I have my GOB TV staff. And so between those 2, I have about 80 kids. And I have a lab class. Yeah, I have a lab class that spins off of that also, and you have to be in one of the other classes to be in the lab class to work during the day. But anybody that's interested as far as 10th through 12th grade can be involved in it. Maddie's a junior, and she's been with us for 2 years now. And I mean, it's really any student that would like to be in it at this point.
Journalism is changing. It has changed
Very
from
much
the
so.
print media is
It's a dying profession.
It is
is.
dying. You know, I hear acquisitions all the time from huge conglomerate newspapers. Even the local ones here have been bought. I think the one over Mountain Home is in flux right now because it's you know, it's about making money, of course, but the process in order to print anymore, and the younger generation, if you want to know anything, you get that information pretty much instantaneously.
Social-
You
yeah.
can't
Social
wait a
media
day or two.
takes the
Yeah,
market.
sure. So, how is that? Is that introducing? Like, I don't know the answer, but I want to let you answer that. How is that profession seen in the future for your class and what you are teaching?
I'm seeing a lot of individual production companies being started. I have students that are already doing that. I have kids that are still going into broadcast because the broadcast side of it is not dying. I mean, people are always watching something, whether it's a blog or a YouTube movie or film or video, sports broadcast, ESPN, whatever. So that side of it, I don't see that changing. I think
And I
TV is
just
just
heard
going
a
to continue to
A
evolve.
statistic yesterday that teenagers are into the social thing.
Very much so.
But the children still watch television. They want to be entertained
Yes.
without being interactive.
So I think that side of it will never change. As far as what's happening to journalism, it's becoming more of the blogging and the tweeting and the Facebook posts and things like that to market. I see it more of a marketing than I do even journalism anymore.
But it's fragmented now, though.
Very much
There's
so.
so many different entities. In the old days, it was the big 3 networks. Now
Right.
it's
Sure.
the top 1,000
And
or
YouTube, I
whatever.
think, will eventually take over a lot of that, I think, especially because so many people are sponsored through YouTube via ads and whatnot. That whole business is changing in general as well.
I'm
So-
amazed because you can learn to do anything on YouTube.
Absolutely. You can Google and YouTube just about anything you want
I
to do.
fixed my hot tub on YouTube.
We have fixed, I can't tell you how many pieces of equipment in the studio even using YouTube.
Wow.
So learning
Yeah.
how to do different features within Final Cut, which is the editing program
Sure,
that we use,
yeah.
all of that comes from YouTube.
Every
So-
problem that's ever
Wow.
been
Yes.
is solved on YouTube.
Well, and you just have this entire community of people that sit around and do nothing but make videos. You don't even see them usually, it's just their voices, but they're showing you how to do all of it regardless of what it is
Yeah,
online. And that, I mean, you don't have to look for the manual anymore and look through the index and turn to page 85
Right.
and read, paragraph. You just watch it in a 3-minute video and you have what
Sure.
you need. So
Well, even the production companies and people that are interested in certain things, like the production company I'm involved with once a year for the Star Trek, that production is YouTube only.
yeah.
It's not on the networks. It's not anything, and it's seen by several millions of people
Sure.
every episode. So I can see that.
Yep. These kids, Maddie can tell you that they do write, so the print aspect of it is still
Still have to think, don't
They
you?
still do, and they're really learning how to do the intros and outros and voiceovers and things like that.
Yeah.
So they do have to write. At Maddie's level, they probably are more so they can think on the fly. They don't have to actually have it scripted.
Right.
I have another student here today, Megan, who's filming things, and she definitely has to write. I mean, she's in that introduction class.
Sure.
They've never done this before. All those introduction kids walked into this school and the first day of school had never worked on a Mac computer, and I have the only Mac lab in the district. So there's a huge learning curve between what we're doing with production, and they're taught to write for the English language, not for journalism. So that's another divide that we have to, separate. I mean, it's just, there's lots of things that they have to learn along the way, and it's crammed into 9 months of a school year. And then if you hang in like Maddie has, you're kind of bought in, so.
Yeah, there is a process, a long process, and a lot of people think it's cool and fun, and then when they see the work involved and the hours and all that.
And I've had several people tell me in the last couple of weeks, I didn't think this class was going to be this much work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
But you see the
It is a
finished product,
commitment.
and if it's polished, it's like, wow, this is fun, I want to do this.
Well, and I think Maddie can tell you about STM. We compete in several different things, but I think the big reward for them is when we do go compete, they actually place and they do well, and they get to see their finished stuff, and people ask, what are you doing? And I do have that group of kids that like to do things out in the community. I have other kids that like to do these competition pieces, and so it's fun to watch them kind of figure out where they fit into the puzzle. But I think they all bring something different. That's another thing that I like. They all have different interests. I have a whiteboard right now full of feature stories that they're all doing. I can't even keep up with how many kids I have in the class, and they're each working on something.
And the feature stories that you're doing today, how long are those pieces?
These are usually about 2 minutes. If it's something that's longer, we will allow about 5 minutes, but you start to lose people about 2.5.
YouTube, you
So,
look at the videos and they're a minute, 2 minutes long. They want to get in and get out quick.
They've done productions. We compete in the Stamp Out Smoking commercials. They went to the ASPA competition, which is the Arkansas Scholastic Press Association, this past spring, and we cleaned house. We brought home several awards in that.
Good.
We went to San Diego last year for Student Television Network competition. So
I remember seeing some.
Yeah, we've done some fun stuff. So.
What do you want to do this? I mean, as a career?
I've considered it. It's definitely one thing that I am thinking about going into. I have a while to think about other things, but it's definitely, on my list.
Were you one of those people that said this is way more work than what I thought it was going to be?
It's definitely an investment. I knew it was going to be a lot of work, but I've never thought of it as hard because I enjoy it so much.
Right.
So.
Some people gravitate to it easily, and it's second nature to do all that editing in their head.
She's that.
That's good. That's
Wow,
good. That's what you're looking
Maddie
for.
has figured it out. I can give her something, and I know without a doubt that it will be done. And with the Gob TV kids, my class really is run more like a business. I'm the manager, and all those people do all of this. So they have to network, and they have to make those phone calls, and they have to do all this, and they meet deadlines. And Maddie and another student just filmed a wedding. And did all of the editing of the wedding and put together a highlight reel and all that kind of stuff. And they were paid. That was outside of school.
How awesome.
So I think they see that there are opportunities past just the walls of Harrison High School.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's great. I mean, that's commendable for sure.
It's
that
fun.
They can,
And I didn't do anything with the wedding. I said, here it is. Here's your location. Get there. Don't be late. You need to be there by this time, and I'll see you on Monday.
I will tell you, I've done
So-
weddings. I don't like doing
It's a
jobs.
big
They are a
commitment.
job.
But their piece was awesome. We're going to hopefully get it on discs and sent off today. And so,
Good.
I mean, even their turnaround, you see photographers that take weeks and weeks. These guys did it in less than a week.
Good.
So it's been fun.
It's awesome. It's a great experience. Yeah.
Good. So what's now? I mean, are you still driven by grant money and?
We are not
Yeah.
school funded in any way. So everything that we get is from outside community donations. We have people that sponsor the live streams that we do on Friday night for football and basketball, and that all goes back into just equipment repair and travel money and whatever the case is. Community First Bank has been wonderful. They've given us money along the way all the time, and the Harrison Public Schools Foundation has been phenomenal.
Good.
They have those mini grants, and each year I've written one, and they've just funded the TriCaster that allows us to travel on games. We just applied for something with Perkins funding that would allow us to purchase a mini TriCaster. It's just a smaller setup of what we do, but that in itself is $10,000.
Yeah.
So it's not a cheap program to have, but the stuff that we're doing, just like Patty said, we do a lot of stuff in the community. We're always looking for projects like that, so we encourage people to contact.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, if you want to help what they're doing, and this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you guys could do if you just had the funds and the involvement with the students.
Sure.
It'd be a great thing to get involved with. Appreciate anybody that would like to get in contact with Rebecca.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I put your phone number up there.
Okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Okay, oops.
I think the town of Harrison pretty well has it anyway. I know all of these guys do, so that's fine.
All right.
We're always.
I want to get some more from you. I know that this interview may run a little bit long, but I want to get some of your input on how you feel about this whole thing.
I mean, I've been in this for 2 years now. I'm a junior this year. I'm pretty sure that my graduating class will be the first completers of
Yes.
GovTV.
Okay, good.
So I've never been to STN, like San Diego, where they
Right.
went last year. But this year we're going to Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm thrilled about it. I'm so excited to
What an
to
opportunity
compete.
for you.
Right now I'm the co-anchor of GovTV. So every day, we go in. I'm in their 5th and 6th period, so 2 times of my day. I go in, and Ben Adams, the anchor, the lead anchor, we write a script, we talk, and we film it, and we put it up, and it's on for Gov Times for all the classes to see around the school. So
That's where we actually show all of the feature stories. We do
Is
put
during
those on
Gov
our
Time?
social media,
Yeah.
yeah. But all the kids at school watch those during Gov Time as they're featured in the daily Gov TV segment. And we use that to get all of the announcements out at school, but those are also the feature stories. We had our dodgeball tournament last week, and they're doing a feature story of that. Senior night was Friday. They've done a feature story of that. So all of those are shown during the week, and they put all of those in their show.
I want to know if anybody filmed the senior moms.
Yes, we
I
did.
think they do.
We loved
Oops.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was
But so Maddie and Ben this year, I am actually going to make them audition to present the awards at STN. And if they do that, it's like the
cool.
red carpet sort of.
Yeah.
They have a big awards show, but she would actually wear a formal dress. He would be either in a suit or a tux,
Very
and they would
nice.
actually produce it, or present it. But they live stream that live from Atlanta. And they have kids. I mean, some of these kids come from Hawaii. They've got them just all over from the U.S. And they give out all of these awards. They have crazy competitions. We have an 8-hour time frame that we'll compete in, and then we'll do that as well. But I'm going to make her and Ben audition to present awards this year. So
what a
it'll be
phenomenal
Yeah, that's
something
good.
new.
program.
It's fun.
Living
So-
the dream. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we're glad you're here, and so
Yeah,
happy that
great.
this has been going on. We have tried to be a part of getting something like that
Sure.
started for many years, and it's so nice to see
Well,
that
and
you're
Ian,
going
I don't know
through,
if you
yeah.
remember this, but a couple years ago, Ian actually was instrumental in helping us set up our live stream
I
and
know
doing
that,
the
yeah,
games.
yeah.
So, I mean, that knowledge, you can't find that anymore. I mean, it's like when I find them, I kind of suck them dry.
Yeah.
Because I was on the print side of things, so this is all new. I can do the writing. I can tell you what
Yeah.
I know what looks right and what doesn't. But as far as the equipment setup and the live stream and all that kind of stuff, that's all the kids have to figure that out because
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Trevor will tell you on Friday night, I don't know anything about how to set up the live stream. I do nothing
He will
with
tell
it.
you, or you
He
tell
will
him.
tell anybody.
He
I
will
do
tell.
not do anything with it. I can tell them what sounds right and what is appropriate and whatnot, but I do not set up anything. They are responsible for getting it all set up, and when it's time to go live, they better be set up and ready to go. So
And that's a frustrating time.
not really. They do really well.
I mean, if you're like,
If it's going
if
well.
it's
If it's going
going
well.
well, it's not a frustrating time.
But they've worked with the hospital this year, and they've live streamed the J&J show that the hospital's been doing before the games. So they're getting lots of experience
That's
doing
wonderful.
different things. So
Well, we've got a good pool of future employees here too.
you do. Absolutely. I can give you a list.
Okay, you can highly recommend them. Okay. Well, Rebecca, thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
Absolutely. Thank you for the
and
opportunity.
keep going with your huge successes. And
They're
I
not
wanna,
me.
I wanna,
It's them.
I want to see some of those videos from your competition.
Okay.
If you-
Yeah, that'd
let
be
us let us
great.
know. Come back and tell
And
us
come
how it's
back
going.
and
Yeah.
yeah, talk
Absolutely.
about it.
Sure.
Thanks a lot.
That'll be awesome.
Up next, Hamlet will be in Harrison fairly soon.
He will? He will?
Will.
Okay.
And to talk about that will be Daniel C.
C.
Stay with us.
CC.
See you soon.